Those are the hands of a cop as he's actively involved in planting drugs in the vehicle of an innocent man who's done nothing wrong. And while we may make the argument that there's a lot of bad cops out there, and there are, what fuels their evil is the fact that we have policymakers who create laws that do two things. They criminalize the innocent and they activate and incentivize the criminals. And the criminals who are activated and incentivized happen to have uniforms, badges, and guns. Basically, what you have is a top to bottom corrupt system, which is called the justice system, but it plays itself out as the injustice system. And you've got two classes of people who are actually working against we the people, and those two classes are the political parasitic class and the policing/law enforcement class. Let's go through this video and make some comments along the way.
It's a little bit of weed.
Body camera footage obtained by The Intercept shows a Staten Island police officer apparently planting marijuana in a car during a traffic stop. The incident comes just a few weeks after a similar one, originally reported by the New York Times, in which
this is another situation where you have other laws that are extra constitutional or actually unconstitutional, and that's corporate traffic law, which puts a law enforcer in the position where he can put his foot in the door of your life using traffic law as the justification to do it. And then you're constrained by the politician's laws because, hey, the law says that if a cop pulls you over during a traffic stop, you gotta pull over, you gotta comply with the laws. And if you don't comply, then what they call just force can be used against you. And this opens the door for a myriad of evils to visit you at the hands of the law enforcement agent who is less than moral.
The same cop was again caught by his body camera in the apparent act of planting marijuana in a car.
Yo, he placed something in my car, yo!
Alright, this was in the back seat on the floor. So marijuana cigarette, it's lit.
In the more recent incident, two officers pulled over passenger Jason Serrano and a friend for a broken taillight. As the officers approached the car and the driver rolled down the window, the officers claimed the car smelled like weed.
A broken taillight. What do you think the founders of this country, who started the revolution because they were sick of being pushed around by the redcoats, what do you think they would have said if you told them, hey, in 250 years, the redcoats are going to become blue coats in the Thin Blue Line gang, and they're going to be able to interrupt the lives of Americans as they're trying to pursue life, liberty, and property and happiness through stupid things like a broken taillight? Something tells me they would have grabbed their muskets and said, let's go get them. To which you would say, we don't have muskets anymore, but we do have these. To which they would say, load them up and move them out. But I digress. Or do I?
Smelled like weed, and ordered both people out of the car.
The car smells like marijuana, so we're gonna check it, all right? Okay, I fix it. There's nothing in the car, you'll be good to go, all right?
Serrano was recovering from abdominal surgery after being stabbed. He lifts his shirt to reveal his wound to one of the officers.
I don't want to see that right now, okay?
I can get out. I can barely move, bro.
Once out of the
So he was stabbed in the stomach. Now he's going to get stabbed in the back by the protectors and servants who are going to serve him up some tyranny.
car, the officers demand to search Serrano's jacket, and he refuses.
Do me a favor, give me the jacket.
There's nothing in my jacket. I'm not getting searched for no reason.
As Serrano grows agitated, the officers become more aggressive.
Come on, relax.
Relax. Relax.
They grab him, push him to the ground, and handcuff him.
Take him down. 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 Relax.
Serrano remains on the ground, handcuffed and in visible pain for the rest of the traffic stop, until an ambulance arrives to take him to the hospital.
Can someone call an ambulance? Is anybody gonna do that?
The two officers, Kyle Erickson and Elmer Pastran, begin searching the car and Serrano's jacket. Officer Erickson tells Pastran that they need to find evidence.
So it's not bad enough that this guy recovering from surgery with stitches in his gut is thrown to the ground. Now they're going to endeavor to ruin his life by planting drugs. And this is all made possible by the unconstitutional laws laid down by the policymakers.
Jacket. Officer Erickson tells Pastrana that they need to find evidence.
I'm searching the rest of the car.
Yeah, we gotta find something.
Officer Erickson begins searching the car.
We gotta find something. We gotta get him on something. This is clearly conspiracy against rights and deprivation of rights under color of law. Two laws that we have in this country, 18 U.S.C. 241 and 242. And nobody ever seems to want to lay those two laws down at the feet of these law enforcement agents and apply the just punishment, which includes properly dispatching the armed and badged assailant.
He searches the passenger side area first. When he finds nothing, he can be heard murmuring an expletive. Erickson returns to Pastrana to ask.
Should I search the whole thing? Or what do you think?
Yeah, search the whole thing.
He returns to the passenger side and searches through Serrano's jacket, the cup holder, and the center console. As he continues searching the rest of the car, the driver approaches.
I can watch him search my car. Because, like, what is he doing?
Ma'am, stand back.
Why? What are you doing?
Erickson looks back at Pastrana, visibly agitated.
See nothing.
It's alright.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After several minutes searching the car, Erickson again admits that he hasn't found anything.
Nothing?
I don't see anything.
Yeah. You said it's a truck? I'll get it for you.
15 seconds later, Erickson returns to the front seat cup holder and sets something down.
It's a little bit of weed.
Okay, now let's say they did have this right here in the car, and it really did belong to them, which it didn't. It's insanity that anybody can arrest you, kidnap you, and throw you into a cage for that. If the corporate traffic law didn't exist, they wouldn't have been pulled over in the first place. And if the drug laws didn't exist, which, by the way, it's not a war on drugs, it's a war on people, then none of this would even matter, and the cops wouldn't have power over us in our daily lives.
A little bit of weed.
Erickson continues searching through the center console, where he's already looked. A minute or so later, he again sounds agitated.
Good?
Erickson shakes his head as he continues fiddling through Serrano's jacket, just out of the camera's view. A couple minutes later, the two officers say they found wheat flakes in Serrano's jacket.
There's flakes everywhere, though.
Yeah, no, he had weed. You could see his weed here.
At the end of the search, Erickson turns to Pastrana.
You good? We're good?
The officer
Look in the eyes of these people. These are evil, evil people. It's no wonder people are starting to turn on cops.
officers then fist bump each other. The few words exchanged between the two officers during the search are almost identical to those they exchanged during the search just a few weeks earlier.
Yeah. We gotta find. We gotta find something. You know what I mean?
On that occasion, too, the search had ended with Erickson asking Pastrana.
Good? Yeah.
Okay.
An ambulance finally arrives to pick up Serrano. He spends the next 5 days handcuffed in a hospital room, waiting for his abdominal wound to close. Serrano took a plea deal to avoid jail time and didn't learn of this body cam footage existence until after he pleaded guilty.
And the cops let it just continue on. They're not stopping this. They're not admitting, hey, I've done something wrong. The prosecutor's going to believe the cops. The judge is going to believe the cops. The jury's going to believe the cops. Society at large believes the cops. And they believe that everybody that the cops say is a criminal is a criminal. These actions are far from consistent with any kind of semblance of justice.
The video, which didn't emerge for nearly 2 years, underscores the limited information available not just to the public but also defendants, and validates criticism by police accountability advocates that body cameras are of little use if the evidence they captured remains inaccessible. The NYPD declined to comment on this incident.
Why wouldn't they comment? Why would they decline to comment? Where's the transparency? Where's the responsibility? Where's the accountability? What happened to these police officers? Why wouldn't you charge them, prosecute them, and jail them, and liquidate all their assets and give those assets to the people they victimized. That would be the just thing, but they're not interested in justice.
It's a little bit of weed.
Erickson and Pastron remain on patrol.
There's nothing to say. The video speaks for itself. I didn't have no marijuana on me. I didn't have no weed. I didn't have no drugs. I wasn't driving. Wasn't my car. Tail light wasn't broke. I had no reason to. At all.
So they lied about the taillight. So they lied to justify a stop. When they made the stop, they wanted to ruin his life further. I wish I could say this is an isolated case. It's not. It happens all the time. Which makes me wonder, how many times did it happen before we had body cams?
Besides harassment.
These guys don't represent the few bad apples we always hear about. They're representations of the many so-called good apples who spend their time terrorizing people and ruining lives. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. And remember, the government is the armed, psychopathic, parasitic, violent criminal gang that you were afraid would take over in the absence of government. I'll see you in the next video.